Hey, welcome back. All right, so Leos, let's go ahead and take a little peek at, obviously, with all the masks behind me, we're going to take a look at things that are hidden all week, okay? So we are starting out with what is hidden behind their mask, whoever they may be. We have the devil. Fear could be hidden. Also, some kind of toxicity. This could be somebody who, hides it well. Ten of Cups. They want somebody else's happiness. They're jealous of somebody else's happiness. They see someone else with the Ten of Cups. They see that love and they want it for themselves. Tell me more about the devil card there. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I'm hungry for your light. I'm hungry for your love. I'm hungry for, the joy that I see in Leo, the way Leo has camaraderie around them, the way Leo's life looks so what's that song? Is it James Blunt? You're beautiful, you're beautiful. It's true. But I could never be like you, something like that. This feels like somebody who's always out in the cold. The Magician, the Death card, the Emperor. They are very drawn to Leo. This is almost like somebody who's become a bit obsessed. So it's not fear. It is like, I am hungry, hungry, hungry hippo for that warmth. I want to be in Leo's world. I want to be in Leo's friends. I want to be in Leo's inner circle. I want Leo to look at me and love me. I am out in the cold more acutely than ever, and I don't want to be. I want to manifest being the person that Leo will see. I want Leo to look at me like with those big old gorgeous eyes and just melt when they look at me. I want to be the number one. Is that Blondie? The tide is high and I'm holding on. I'm going to be your number one. Yeah, every girl wants you to be her man. But I'll wait, my dear, till it's my turn. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. It doesn't matter what gender we're talking about. Right now, we see a masculine who wants to be Leo's everything. But it's like, I want Leo obsessed with me. I want Leo to stare at me like I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I want to be everything. I see Leo's happiness. I see Leo's contentment, and I want to be the source of that. Okay, so they are... They may be jealous of anybody else that gets Leo to smile because they want to be the reason that Leo smiles. Nine of Wands in the reverse. I gotta say, this person feels to me like they're saying, okay, sorry, now I'm hearing Tom Jones, you can leave your hat on. In it, he sings, you give me reason to live, you give me reason to live, you give me reason to live. This is somebody who does not care about whatever wounds they've had in the past. They see what they want. They see a good thing with Leo, and they want Leo to pay attention. Pay attention to me. They don't care about whatever wounds they've had. All that has diminished because their desire to be Leo's, amazingness is more important. You know what? Honestly, that's so much better to be motivated to be one's best self so that somebody, it's like, I don't care. So what? I was intimidated before. I was fearful before. I felt alone before. You know what? Leo makes me want to be an emperor because I want Leo as my empress. Damn it. I want Leo to want me. This is somebody who's like, I'm not even letting myself be fearful of what if Leo walks away from me. I got to first, this is their goal. It's destination Leo for them. This is somebody who's like, until I get Leo to love me, I'm not walking away until they notice me and I get a chance to at least try with Leo. This person is like, if I fail, fine, but I'm definitely not going to stop wanting Leo or gravitating toward Leo or trying to build myself into the person that Leo will notice. Once Leo has noticed me, if they still say no thanks, then I guess I gotta go. But I'm not there yet because Leo hasn't seen me yet. This is somebody who is like, in the nicest of ways, they are hell-bent that, oh God, what's that other song? I'm going to make you love me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Sorry, I can feel with my toes that one of my earrings is on the carpet under my feet at my desk. I was just moving it. We have a Three of Cups. We keep seeing them say, more than anything, if I could just get into Leo's inner circle, if I could make Leo laugh. I feel like there's this big emphasis put on, I want to be in Leo's inner circle. I want them to notice me and see how well I fit into their world. Leo has not noticed me yet, but I belong and I can make Leo so happy. If there's other contenders also, this person might be like, yeah, I want, fine, let there be other contenders, but Leo's going to see I'm the best one. We got this Eight of Pentacles. Man, this person is working on themselves. They could be working on almost anything. They could be working on, their confidence. They could be working on, building up their money. They could be working on, just coming up with ideas of how they can step more into Leo's world. What I do like about this is that they're inspired to become their best self. This is, I know we start out with the devil, and yes, it does look like they're, a little bit obsessed, but they're obsessed with making themselves the best version of themselves. They want to be an emperor. And it doesn't look like they're walking into this saying, if I don't get, it doesn't say that they're entitled to Leo, and it doesn't say that they're bracing themselves for, like, if I don't get to be with Leo, then it'll be so devastating. They're saying, if Leo still doesn't want me, even when I've shown them the best of myself and given it my best shot, then I'll walk away head held high, because at least I gave it my best shot. So I actually don't see anything toxic in this character. I see them determined. I see them knowing what they want to go after, and I see them dedicating themselves. Look, at the end of all of this, regardless of whatever happens with them and Leo, they're still going to be this amazing emperor. They're still going to be proud of themselves that they pursued what they really wanted, and they made themselves into the best version of who they could be. And I think they're doing it all for love. I do want to ask this. What is it that you have, fallen for Leo over? The world sideways. There is something where Leo represents for them a whole different way to do life. And it's like they see Leo as somebody that they already think that they would fit well with, but Leo might be living a slightly different life. And maybe it's a life that they've always wanted to have. Like, let's say, since we have so much warmth around Leo, let's say Leo, because in this story, Leo comes across as a Queen of Cups, somebody very loving. Leo may have like a real tenderness to them. They may make other people happy. They may have a really close group of, friends or colleagues, or Leo could be the kind of person where, if it's somebody's birthday, they remember that and they make sure that they take opportunities to celebrate. They are genuinely warm and they make other people. There's a lot of laughter around Leo. There's a lot of like less stress, more love, more open emotions. Maybe Leo's really good with terms of endearment. They're really good at, giving people those feel goods, telling their friends, telling their families, telling their colleagues what a good job they're doing. Sometimes when we're around somebody who just brings up a sense of security and a sense of like, you belong and I'm so glad you're around me, that kind of open-heartedness is what Leo seems to exude to everybody in their field, everybody in their, their inner circle, or even kind of their extended circle. That kindness, it's like they want to be a part of that. They too want to be able to have like a world that is filled with like kindness and maybe a different way to handle people, a different way to interact, a more comfortable way to be loving and to be warm and supportive and like foster like togetherness and friendship. Maybe this is even like their kind of world goal. Like, wouldn't the world be a better place if we actually showed each other that, I see you as a fellow human, I see you as a fellow living creature, living being, and so of course, I care about you. I don't know. I feel like Leo's nice to animals. I feel like Leo is nice to all living things. And I just think they see this element and they see it as like a way of life, something that they would like to be a part of. I really like this Leo and I really like them. I hope these two get a chance to be together. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They also really don't want to be single anymore. And they're not just looking for any old somebody. And they're not looking for somebody to make them feel special per se, but they do love the way they already know Leo would make them feel very, very seen. I think that there's this energy of like, Leo never seems to be alone, but they too are like, if I was with Leo, I too wouldn't ever feel alone. This isn't like, we're all just like these solo individuals that are, trying to scrape and claw our way through life. There is this huge sense of like familial, I always say maybe sometimes we feel like we're all in our own little rowboats, but guess what? We're all on the same ocean. We're all paddling our little boats side by side. We're not really alone. The collective is not alone. As humans, we all go through the same hurts, same pains. That's why it's so stupid that people insist on pitting each other against one another when we all feel the exact same way, same exact capacity for emotions. I don't know why anybody can't see that and can't just be kinder to each other as a whole. Everybody needs to feel welcomed. Everybody needs to feel seen. Everybody needs to feel valued. There's really no reason for us to, fight with each other. But this is so it's both the bigger picture and it's at that one-on-one level. This person loves the essence of Leo, but they also love the bigger picture of what their life could feel like, what their world could feel like with somebody like Leo beside them. Is there a chance that Leo's going to feel the same way about them? This wasn't really supposed to go this way. I wasn't going to ask about Leo per se, because this is all stuff that's hidden, right? So Leo doesn't know any of this yet. And with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it says Leo's not supposed to know any of this yet. Maybe because they haven't stepped forward, so I probably should just zip it for right now. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Timeline jumps have to occur first. Lovers in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. I should not have even asked that question. All of this says, forget I even pulled those cards, because Leo doesn't know anything about this. They don't know about this person yet. This person hasn't presented themselves as a potential lover. This person, Leo does not have their eyes on. This person is not somebody that Leo could anticipate coming toward them. This is somebody that Leo does not even know is thinking about them in this way. So it's more a person that has seen Leo and fallen for Leo. Leo could be very shocked as to who this person is. This could be an individual who is on the far periphery of Leo's life. This could be the not like creepy neighbor, but this could be like the neighbor who sometimes, if they're out, whatever, walking their dog or something, they see Leo interacting with, family members sitting outside on their patio, and they just see the way Leo is like really closely connected to people. Or they, this could be the colleague, the coworker, the boss even, who they oversee everything, but Leo's too busy working and, being a team player and being with their group mates, that Leo doesn't even know that this person is falling for them. They have no idea that the boss has been observing this in them and falling for Leo. This could be, almost anybody who's on the far periphery that Leo would not even consider that they're falling for me, or that they love the way I am, or that they've seen this is something that they crave in their own life, is whatever the heck I am. Let me just ask this. No, we should save this. I have another series that I'd like to get to as soon as possible, but I have to get every zodiac. I got to keep it fair. Every zodiac gets their story first, one piece at a time. But we are this week going to go on a deep dive just for Leo. So we'll get to that later, but I have to keep it fair. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. Leos, really appreciate you. And I look forward to getting our next Leo video out as soon as possible, possibly as early as tomorrow night. If not, then it will be on Friday. All right, lots of love. Bye for right now.